So today's video is going to be about the interior teardown. I'm gonna strip everything up out of here and get this thing butt naked. That way I can prep for reinstalling the interior with the new seats, new top, new everything else. So stick around, like, subscribe, share, and as always, hit that notification button so you can be notified. Let's go. This is what the interior look like. The back seat. The door panels already off. I took those off a long time ago. Just the front seat. I mean, this thing. Totally did. I don't know if you see over there. I mean, there's a whole dog bite mark out of that thing. The carpet. Straight trash. Same here. So all this got to come out. Look at this back seat. I took the bottom out already, but look at this. Jesus. I'm gonna throw away all these floor mats. Like it's a little rust forming right there. It's a little surface rust forming. Like it's rusty, but it's like just on the top. I could really, except for right here. Right here is kind of bubbling, which I don't know if I can sand that down. It might be a hole right there underneath all them bubbles. You see, it's like raised, but it don't really look too bad. So I'm gonna pull this carpet up, throw these mats away, and then I'm gonna work on unbolting these seats, getting these seats up out of here. Alright. Okay, look what I found. Look what I found. Look at that. I'll say this. All the door accessories and trim pieces, a couple screws and stuff. Keep them in here, that way I don't lose them. Sit them to the side. Got an old Cadillac floor mat. It look good, but it ain't the right color, so we're gonna scrap that. Basically, to unhook the back seat, this is the back bottom seat, the back bottom part of the seat. There's this little hook right here that it sits in. It's no latch or anything. You just basically wiggle it out of this little track, the hook, and then you can pull the bottom of the seat straight out. Now this seat, the back part of the seat, she looks so rough. In order to get this out, it's pretty easy too. What you do is you pull from the bottom like this on both sides, and then you raise it up. Pull from the bottom and raise it up. And there's hooks on the back of these seats too. And once you get them out of the little track of those hooks, the seat's basically free and you can just take it on out. This seat also, these Cadillacs, when you see this little spot right here on these Cadillacs, this is a speaker. So look for some wiring to be connected to this part of the seat. but I don't think mine's connected. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, mine's is not connected. So I'm gonna take this seat straight on up out of here. And then that'll be the back seat. So this is the back of the backrest of the back seat. And as you see, it's got a little speaker in there. Somebody replaced it. Clearly they didn't have Kenwood in '68. But this is the back. We're gonna redo all this. And this is the front. This joint looking rough. This piece was held in by one screw, and it came from right here. This passenger. Now I can pull this out. The carpet is like snapped to it. I want to reuse this piece, but this carpet's going straight in the trash. So I gotta kind of be careful about ripping this part out. Oh, that was easy. Just one little piece like this, okay. Well, that works. Speaker right there, okay. Even better. This is a little, where the little button grommet was, but it's so like, this carpet's so brittle, I can just tear it like a piece of paper, really. So you probably would have to cut this out. Okay, so dealing with this carpet in this front seat, I realized I made a technical error. I should have took the carpet and the seats out before I started on the engine, because now that the battery is dead and all that stuff is out, I really need to move the seats up, and I can't. So, if you see this seat right here, I've taken most of the carpet out the back, still some over there, but I'm working on the bolts on this side, and the bolts are, the back bolts for the seat are about right here on the seat. So if you see, like, I really got to get under the seat on both these damn seats. But if power was on, I could have slid the seats up all the way to the front on both of them, then slid them back and on both of them. But I'm just gonna have to work in this little tight space. I got to do what I got to do. Oh, also, I took that mat up, and you see it's a lot of rust and stuff right here, as you can see. But it's really just surface rust. So I'm gonna take the grinder, I'm gonna grind it down. Hopefully it holds up. If it doesn't, then I have to cut this shit out and, you know, do some sheet metal work. I took the plug out also. There's like a drain plug behind these seats. It's up here, and this thing is looking rough. So I'm gonna see if I can order just another one of these offline, as opposed to trying to make this any kind of usable. Now, in order to get this front carpet out, hopefully it's not too dark, but you basically could just pull it out. The only spot where you can't just pull it out is around this gas pedal. You have to slide it up over this gas pedal, and then you can just pull it straight out. It's not, both the downer connected really to anything. I think over there, I don't know if you can see, but behind the little emergency brake pedal is a button. I think right there is like a grommet that's supposed to hold the carpet in place, but mine's so wore out it just slid right over. So you might have to get a carpet knife and cut around that little piece right there. But for the most part, the front carpet, you just pull it out, it just slid right out. Now what I'm gonna do to get these front seats out, once you slide that front carpet out, you can see right here the plate. This is the plate to mount the front seats in the front. There was 2 bolts that I already took out. They're that right there. They come out of that. And once you take those 2 bolts out, you got those 2 bolts on this side, and same thing is on the driver's side. You still have 2 more bolts behind the seats that you have to get to. So once you take those 4 bolts on one side, 4 bolts on the passenger side, 4 bolts on the driver's side out, then you can pull out the entire front seat assembly. All right, so now I'm finna take out the front seat. I got it all unscrewed. That last screw, I ain't gonna lie, it was a beast to get. I could not get it. And just a tip, like if you want to put power back to the front seats, you find the ground wire and you find the power wire, you can just hook it up to the battery and you'll get back power to the seats and you can move them back and forth. But I didn't do that. So what I did was, because I was having a problem with that screw because the seat was right on top of it, I just went underneath the car and took a drill and I just drilled out the screw. Now, if you don't want to do that, which, you know, I understand, don't do that. But that's what I did. I didn't want to f with it, so I just drilled a hole straight through the screw and got the seat loose. Once I got the seat loose, I tipped it back on the inside. I don't know if you can kind of see. You kind of see how it's kind of tipped in there? Because underneath it is a electrical wire connection. So once I undid the wire connections, only one, now the seat's totally free. So now I'm about to pull this seat out. All right, so I'm trying to take this seat out and I forgot that the seat belts, they run like through the seats, through these little holes. So now I'm just pulling the seat belts and the buckles through the holes. I should just cut the seat belts, but I have not ordered new seat belts yet. So that's the only reason I ain't cutting them. Actually, fuck that, I'm about to cut these. Because I'm ordering new seat belts. The seat belt slot is right here if you're gonna save your seat belts. You gotta pull it through these little slots. It's on both sides. And it's tough. There's another seatbelt slot. This is the armrest right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. There's another seatbelt slot underneath the armrest for like the middle seat buckle. Got my carpet knife. So let's try to get this seatbelt now.
There we go. It's a tough fucking seatbelt.
We got a real problem here. So as I was wrestling with these seats, something happened. I'm gonna show you in a minute when I get this seat out. Finally out. As I'm standing up pulling this seat out, as y'all just saw, so get some light. Standing right here, and literally my foot falls through the floor. Like, look at this. Look at this shit. Yeah, we're gonna look online and see if we can find some floor pads and see what we can do about that, because that got to be fixed. Now that the seats are gone, only thing that left is these little panels just back here, these little back seat panels on both sides. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna vacuum. I got some miscellaneous tools all over the place. I'm gonna vacuum, pick up all this little scrap carpet, these little remnants that are left over, and then I'm gonna work on these quarters, and that's gonna be it. I'm leaving the dash for now. So this right here, once I take these two panels off on each side, that'll be it for the interior teardown. So let me get the vacuum in and I'm gonna cut y'all on once I'm through vacuuming and picking up the tools. Alright, so this is what the interior looks like after having been totally stripped. I left the dash because I'm gonna let somebody else wrap the dash. No need for me to go ahead and take that out. But look at the floor, and you can see how the rust is starting to form. You can see right there where it's just completely a hole. So that's definitely gonna have to be patched up. Wiring everywhere. That's gonna have to be figured out. Seat belts, I'm gonna have to unbolt them and remove them in a second, but I ain't gonna do that. That's my glove box with all my pieces in it, my screws and bolts so I don't lose them. Back seat. I left this little rear section in as kind of like a reference, but I'm gonna take that out eventually. You have to remove the ashtray, and then through the ashtray, you'll be able to access the screws to get to those two screws to remove that quarter panel, and then you can pull the quarter panel out. Once I start re-skinning all the panels. But that's it. On this side. That's the light. I just kind of cut out. But if you want to remove that light the right way, you see behind there is a screw. You hear a screw down right there? You just have to unscrew that screw and then you can take it off. But I ain't feel like doing all that. But yeah. This is the interior. All broke down. That was it for my interior tear down. So next time you see me, I'll probably be reskinning the back seats. I got the unboxing actually for the leather because I ordered the leather from a company. I'm gonna show y'all that, and then I'll be reskinning them in the next video. So until next time, like, subscribe, share. Cadillac Mack.